And hello,
Hey,
everyone. How was it going? How's it
happy
going, Pedro?
Monday. Great, great.
Oh, hang on. I've got a sound problem here.
No worries.
It's so funny because if I plug in my my microphone, it the input automatically changes to the microphone, but the output doesn't. It makes total sense, right? And my external camera isn't working. I can't connect it for whatever reason. So I have to deal with that today as well. But anyway, hope that everyone can hear and see us. The
Yeah,
green
so
headphones are back. Most important thing in Paichi
yes.
is discover this. So your son is not playing any
No,
Roblox today.
I was going to be alone at home with the kids because my wife is out, so I dispatched them to my in-laws and I got to get the headset from my kid. That's the trick. Yeah, we can't hear you, Adrian. You're muted.
Oh yeah, of course. So Gaz Thomas is here. So hello, hello, Gaz. Um, then hello, Webby. Hello, monsters. Hello, so many people. And the big question that was already going on in the chat is cats or dogs? Like, what you prefer? Because I have the feeling that cat meme coins have actually been catching up. What's your opinion on this, Pedro?
I prefer cats. I have a dog. I have a dog and two rabbits, but I prefer cats. But I'm allergic to cats for once, and the second
Same here.
they just destroy everything in the house. The sofas, everything gets all scratched with the cat.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if they spend most of their time outside, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't have as much need. But you better not have new furniture for sure.
Yes. 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 I had cats before, but I decided not anymore.
It's yeah. My allergy used to kill me with cats. So whenever I would visit anyone, any cat owner, this would actually kill me. Even like doesn't matter what kind of medication I would try. I think nowadays it's better,
Yeah.
but I'm still afraid of
Yeah.
cats. But but that's the animal. But with regards to memes, like
Yeah.
cat memes, dog memes, meme coins, whatever.
I don't recall seeing any cat meme coin. Maybe I'm out of the loop with that one.
Mog, I think, is one of the bigger ones. Cat with head. Um, there's, I think, CoinMarketCap has a category for um, cat meme coins. Has a cat category. Um, yeah, top cat themed meme coins. They've been on the catch up lately because obviously nobody's been talking about cat coins a lot. But I read an article. So Mog is the top one. Cats, Mew, Cats in the Dog World, Popcat, Michi, Wen, Maneki, Toshi, Shark Cat, Cat with Hat, Cat Coin, Duko, Cat Girl, the first YouTube cat. What's Hamule? That doesn't even sound like a cat. Kate Coin, Boba Cat, Cat Boy, Cat Man, One Cat Kitty. Okay, but we're moving down the market cap a lot already, right? So not
So
sure
yeah,
whether it's worth looking at whatever market cap, 2 million market cap meme coins here. Although some people have launched meme coins on Wax on launchbacks with much lower market caps, and they're still rocking. So
it's not a cat's world for sure. From that list.
we're getting started. No, hang on. Before we do this, before we get into the hard questions, let's go to the lighter ones. Hi guys, how's the Monday going? My Monday is. I'd start with Pedro. I don't want to. Pedro,
No,
how's your Monday going? How was your
it's
weekend?
great. It's great. My weekend was in the garage cleaning up stuff because I never had actually cleaned up the garage after I moved here like 8 years ago, so it needed a lot of
Yes.
cleaning. It had room for 2 cars, but I could only get 1 car in the garage because of all the junk that was around. So that was the whole weekend. So a bit of physical labor to move me away from the screen.
That is good. And now the summer is actually starting in Portugal, right?
Yes.
So it's finally,
Yes.
like, up until yesterday, it was a meager 26, 27,
Yeah.
28 Celsius. But today, it's the first day of the year where we have, at least here, I don't know what it's down at the coast, up at the coast, but here it's like 36, 37 Celsius. So really, really hot, like 100
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
It's a bit lower here. It's like 30, 31 or 32 or so.
Because you're almost at the beach, right?
Yes. Yes. 5
Um,
minutes.
so Gaz has 2 dogs and a cat. The cat is so chilled and cool. He has won me over. That's cat with hat. I've seen quite some people from the wax community actually mining or harvesting or whatever. Cat with hat. I get it. I think I got an airdrop. But anyway. 5 Minute Masters is asking, I redeemed an NTT. When can I get that lovely piece of artwork from you? That will have to be asked to Matt, but that typically happens within 1 or 2 days. But I'll forward this to him. I hear some birds chirping. Is that your birds? Or are you sitting out? You have birds.
Yeah. No, I don't have, but it's from the, I don't know how you say it in English, the trees that revolve the garden of the house. There's a lot of bird nests there.
Maz Bass is mentioning the Telegram game Catizen. Who's playing Catizen? I tried it.
That, yeah.
But it was not a great experience.
There is one cool. It's actually really a game that I've seen. It's like Cats versus Aliens, and it's kind of a merge game where you have like 9 spots in the grid, and you open cats, and you can merge them, and then you have to make room for merging more and at getting more levels. It's a really nice game. Also on Telegram.
Catizen is, I think
Garbage.
that's a garbage can. Garbage can. It's not an emoji. What's the pictogram, right? So that's what you call it.
So, Adrian, do you think a bit of a more in-depth question from me, that Telegram can be for Web3 games what Facebook was for casual games back in the time when all those smaller games started to appear on Facebook?
Yeah, actually, like, if you're asking it like that, then I think yes, because I mean, we're treating that like a new phenomenon, right? Because it's Telegram and it's all fairly new. It's only been, like, all the stuff with the wallet in Telegram and the Telegram mini apps and so on. It's only been around for like a year or so, right? So it's all fairly new, and now it's picked up with Notcoin and whatever else going on. Obviously, people have been mentioning Pixelverse, Catizen. Maybe some people have heard of Hamster Combat. Not sure about that. This is only the biggest media empire built within 4 months ever. So from a kind of, let's say, Asian perspective, this is all like right. They've had WeChat for so long with all of that essentially, that it's crazy that it's taken so long for, quote unquote, the Western world to pick up on that and have Telegram as a platform for all of that stuff. It's funny because Telegram is not a huge kind of media or tech corporation out of the US, right? So that's what's really weird, kind of weird about it from a kind of what's new perspective. But I think it can be totally it. Yeah. If you're asking like this, I think because Facebook obviously also is a Western thing, right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote Western thing, as opposed to, well, whatever. I actually don't know what the Chinese Facebook thing is. Am I stupid? Am I missing something? Anyway, but it's crazy how cacao, for instance, is the same in Korea, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, why did it take so long? Right. So, but now, yeah, but that's a very good way of putting it. Maybe, just maybe, one of the big big tech companies will actually come up with a competitor to Telegram, right? It might try to take over. So Telegram might become, well, what Snapchat has turned into, right? Staying in its niche, right? Or I think it's too late for Telegram to be kind of acquired by one of the big tech uh, American big tech companies, but also I think they wouldn't do it. They just would refuse doing that. So that's I think it's actually a very cool way of thinking about it. Like as the platform, and now that they announced that there will be an app store and a Web3 browser in Telegram, right?
Yeah.
It's only adding to this. Would be so cool if whatever, let's say, Wax would be part of the Web3 experience there.
Yeah.
I believe it's gonna stick with Ton first, maybe expand to like EVMs, but yeah, it's a massive development.
Yeah.
And it really, really helps with adoption of Web3 in general, right? I mean, Notcoin was only the beginning. Hamster, it's just like, this has become so outrageously big in such a short period of time. Even if you discount the numbers, right? Even if you say, whatever, 230 million, that's not real. There are so many bots and stuff. Sure. But if you look at the size of their Twitter, their YouTube, their Telegram, and so on, it's just outrageous. All right, let's get to the questions here. So there's two questions regarding, and I like that both Good Vibes and Arek are citing the correct pronunciation of sunflower wombaceum. What's up with the sunflower wombaceum? It's not stakeable.
No.
And you can't use it in anything. Pedro, what did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, we still don't have it stakeable. I'll have
be stakeable?
To look at the mining power for those, but we discussed other utilities for it, right? It's just not announced yet.
Mm-hmm. But people are still supposed to get excited about it.
Yes.
A new Wombaceum.
But yeah, I'll look at the mining power that we could have for those and add it this week for the mining power for this
50.
Wombaceum.
Spoiler, 50.
50.
Or 5.
I guess if you put to a vote, it's 50 will win, probably.
Between 5 and 50.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me of the good old Fortune Wombaceum days, where we did the vote and that screwed up everything. You weren't there. But,
no.
We originally, like, the Fortune Wombaceum was supposed to give you good fortune, all right? So we did a drop with I think that was the first drop that we did with Wombat tokens. And then at some point we put it into the well, I believe, and then we had a lot more mints, and then we did a voting on what the mining power should be, and then the mining power got reduced dramatically, and a lot of the original buyers were like really pissed off. So I think we compensated them. So that was the story of the Fortune Foundation. Not the how do you say, not the happiest of all stories about Dungeon Master. Okay, there, your village people see what the AdRob folks did to Pixelverse yesterday, then reported all their socials and got it banned because they didn't get the promised AdRob. I didn't follow this, but it probably is something that shows into in the token price, right? Because they launched at like 100 million or 120 million fully diluted on Thursday. There was, right, and then it shot up on Friday to 10 cents to like close to $500 million, and ever since it's been going down. So I don't know exactly what happened. We'll have to read up on that, but that's a very interesting.
I guess that Adrian just fell off. So yeah, I also didn't follow that.
Whoa!
It was the.
I might have accidentally pressed the reload page soft button on my MacBook.
Been there, done that.
I don't know what happened, but I had my left hand pretty high up, so I guess I was really sorry for this. But but at least Chad had fun with your reaction. No, I'm on my own.
Fear. I started shaking.
Okay, there's. Okay, so that was Pixelverse. We will have to look at that. Daniel Angel is asking, could we move the chat from the menu icon to not interfere with Well of Wealth notifications and help request maybe put under stamina icon?
There was two different pieces of feedback regarding this. One of them was this, that the number on the notification would get messed up with the other notifications that we have. Another one was also
that's what notification numbers are used for, right? Yeah, I get it. No, I totally get it. Because it confused me as well.
The help from the clan, from the rewards the achievements that you can claim, and the chat. So, and another user also complained a bit about the chat, having the chat into like 2 clicks into getting into the chat. So I was tinkering with and looking at the UI to try to move the chat icon to the home to the home page to see if it would be able to fit there, because it could make sense. It would remove the having the both notifications in the same place and also a more direct access to the chat. So I'm looking at it, trying to fit it a bit better, looking into different options. But yeah, it's something that we'll be working on.
How has the chat been working for everyone? Is that helping? Is that like the thing that everyone's been asking for such a long time? Because for us, it's, I mean, for our clan, because it's a company internal clan, it's a little bit useless because we have a Slack channel for it as well, right? So we don't need to get to know each other's, but yeah, really curious about how that's working for everyone else. So then we have Anzi saying, do something about MP inflation, please. Many of us invested in large mining power, but the asset value has gone down so bad it hurts to see the market. What's your stance on this, Pedro?
It's really difficult to balance that, and I think one of the reasons is also increasing the number of collections that are stakeable. With that, it comes more NFTs. With more NFTs that are stakeable and that have those larger mining powers also reduces the value for those. So yeah, it would be really hard to balance that and get to different position right now. It's something that we can always have a look, but not seeing any out of the box or quick thing we could do to improve that a bit. And I think it was Nancy also that was talking on Friday on Discord about the bird wombatium on the Well of Wealth, because it's a 2000 mining power wombatium that we are now giving out for it's not free because it's on the right side of the well, but increase the minting for those. We could review the mining power of this kind of lower value items, I guess. But yeah.
Okay. I was just looking through the chat. So my stance on this is twofold. Essentially, one is that if you've had an item that had high MP, I mean, some people arguing, maybe that's not my stance, but some people are always arguing, okay, so you had been able to use it, right? So you have been making your gain from it, right? Because the argument here from Anzi is price has gone down, and that should always be the case because you've been basically getting rewards for using high MP items for a long time, right? On the other hand, obviously, we don't want to actively kind of devalue any items, so that's always tough. But then again, part of what causes the price drop in the items is, of course, the token price being low, right? Because then the incentives are lower, so people spend less money on the items. It's kind of a natural thing to do. So the only thing that we need to do, Pedro, is get the token price up, and then items will follow. As easy as that.
So yeah, so I'll pick that. I'll add that to the to do for tomorrow.
Okay, good. Um, before we move on to non-Dungeon Master topics, let's stick with Dungeon Master for a little while, because there's a bunch of questions regarding that. Can you explain why the discounted VIP season passes isn't automated? I see some people buying them that I can see aren't staked anymore. Often these people are buying and reselling them. Also, is the wombat earned from this sale 100% burnt like the wombat that is gained from the in-app purchase? So the burn is the same for all kinds of purchases because they all go to the same address. But you mean the discounted VIP season passes, the allow list for those?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the solution for that is different than automating Nifty blocks whitelists, but I'll have you answer this.
Yeah, I can see a couple of issues. We could automate retrieving all the accounts that have that are VIP 2 or more that should have access to it, but also some users might not be using the same wallet where they have staked, or they have staked in Polygon and have a Wax wallet to buy the passes. So it wouldn't be always possible to automate that. We could try to review that list. Although again, because of this, I'm not sure if it would be able to do a one-on-one. But I'll be working on that. I'll ask for a list of the VIP, the current VIP users, and then try to compare with that. But I guess not sure if it can be automated, fully automated.
Yeah, I think that the right solution would be to have it in the shop, right? And have the shop basically be VIP aware. And so there's two things, right? One is that obviously we know if people are VIPs, but we don't have functionality to basically set different prices for VIPs. That should ideally be staggered, right? The second thing is we currently don't have a way of limiting the supply of items in the shop, like total, right?
Yeah.
So that's what the NFT blocks drops do. But yeah, you're totally right that we need to have that updated, and ideally we would actually put it in the shop. It's not about not liking Nifty. Obviously, we love Nifty,
Yeah.
but it's about having everything in one place, right, and making it easy for people to actually buy stuff. So on this little sheet, I said is suggesting all caps. So it always comes across a bit aggressive, but that's okay.
Yeah.
To fix MP, take away the 500 MP flat for a PFP. These are abused to hell and back. A PFP should never been over 100 MP.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
That's on me. I'll totally take that because I was like back. That was even before you joined, right? Because I was saying I was actually putting more hopes into wax-based PFPs, right? With the bulls and the what was the other ones that where Hive also made the. I mean, I kind of been buying into all of them pretty much because I was like, okay, it's I maybe there's going to be something out of this, but ended up not not working out. And now their floor prices are obviously down like crazy.
Yeah.
So if they had been holding up, maybe we would have been talking differently about the 500p. But nowadays, I would totally agree with that.
Yeah, and I guess that the problem is really that it was completely abused because I remember, for example, seeing some streams for Skunky Shanks to when it was Mr. 12 who was doing the designs for the PFP that he released, and it really it's a lot of work to make a good PFP, to have all the layers to sync perfectly together and to being able to render a good image after randomizing each one of the layers. And I guess that should be rewarded as well, like with the 500 MPs. But then we have like PFPs that are basically just a different color or a different really simple PFPs that don't add much to it. But the issue with having this kind of blind rules is that should apply to everything of these. But yeah, it got really abused. So we can have a look at what we can do with that, at least for new PFPs, because nerfing all the PFPs until now, it would be kind of all hell loose.
So Gaz is saying we designed some cool Crittercraft PFPs. I was proud of Crittersons, but the trend was dying down by the time they were ready. Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether there ever was a real trend on wax for PFPs, but it's still sad that this never really picked up, right? As kind of a usage to be, yeah, like a club, like the board of your club or whatever, right? But it also requires a lot of resources if you want to be a club, right? So then again, it's hard, but still, it's still kind of cool to know that you belong, right? If you have 1 in 5,000 or 1 in 10,000 or whatever. So Coins for Vince is contradicting this with a limitation of 100 NFTs per network. Impact of a 500 MP PFP should be fairly limited. That's an interesting stance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I have any 500 MP NFTs staked on Wax anymore. But yeah. The only real club on Wax is Taco VIP. I'm not a Taco VIP, so I don't know. I'm not in the know, but Scrawn will check that out. I've never spoken to the Taco team about Taco VIP, so need to be there. Okay, there's a lot of other messages here. So on this little sheet I said was also saying also fix the pack values. I saw a friend this week. They have season 2 promo packs and gold packs
Yes.
that are worthless in P. So we haven't managed to update them.
No, but I will this week. I already have that with all the changes last week. I wasn't able to have a look at that, but I have that pointed out for this week.
Alex Xavier saying, what about burning MP NFTs to upgrade their MP? What about
Nice.
that? That is that,
But
that is giving me some really cool ideas. I don't know
yeah,
about you, Pedro.
yeah, yeah. Not directly with the for me the issue is burning NFTs that are from other collections. But if we manage to translate the the NFTs you have into like an MP NFT from one of our collections, we could do some crazy blends with it.
It doesn't have to be blends only. It could
Yeah.
also be something. I'm just thinking because we have the metadata dependent MP, right? Like
Yes.
with
Yes.
the
Yes.
characters
Yeah.
and the trees and so on. So we could have a mutable attribute to
Yes.
some of the kind of MP focused NFTs, and you would basically sacrifice another one of them to upgrade the MP of this one. And
Yes.
it's not double, of course. It's never double, right? It's like if
Yeah, NFT already has that available as well. They have a smart contract where you can blend something and increase and change one attribute of of one of the NFTs based on the blend.
what
They call it
really?
dynamic NFTs, I guess. I saw that a while back, a few
How
months
do
ago.
I not know about this? Because that's something that I've been secretly wishing for. And I mean,
Yeah,
that's what we wanted to build originally with our own blend system, right? So we had a lot of discussions back and forth originally when we introduced that.
was yeah,
But this is,
yeah. They call
yeah.
it they call it upgradable NFTs. I have to look into the documentation better on it, but when it was out, I read that and it was about that.
So that's part of the Nifty Blocks collection creator
Yeah,
portal stuff.
we can't access it because we have to add an account to the list of authorized accounts. But yes, it's there on the UI.
So if Juan or Jose are listening to this, I'll I'll be up your asses about this.
Yes.
Uh, okay, crazy. Um, Valkyria is saying, "Thank you very much for taking notice of my wish last stream. Finally could play a game and earn $1 again. Can't wait until new like 2x XP game comes up today. But another question before you always got the new 2x game, X2 game out 2 p.m. announcement both on Monday and Friday. But now it's all over crazy time. Why can't you have it consistent as before?" I will forward that to the team again, like I did last week. um, so happy to help. Without the bird, season pass should be compensated. I mean, come on, everyone decides what to invest in when.
Yeah.
Well, that's generally true, but then again, it's fair to criticize the issuer of an investment. We are not supposed to call them investments, of course. They're utility NFTs purely for utility. But so if you spend $15 to watch a movie, and then you spend another $10 for popcorn and a Coke or beer, whatever, in the movies, right? And then you're disappointed with the movie, you will go on what, Rotten Tomatoes? Everyone's been hating Acolyte, right? I mean, I don't agree that Acolyte was brilliant, but it's not a 14% Rotten Tomatoes score worth,
Yeah.
right? I don't know whether you watched Acolyte, but It's
I slept on the second episode, so I didn't watch that anymore.
it's I mean, action wise, I wouldn't like. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't agree with, but story wise, I think it's cool and
Yeah. But the
it's
opening
helpful.
scene is really cool. The
Um,
opening scene is really cool.
yeah, and you think like Indara is not going to come back, right? And then you like everyone's disappointed with Carrie and Moss not being there anymore, right? And then I don't want to spoil for you,
Yeah, don't spoil it.
but anyway, it's no Mandalorian season one, okay, right? It's although I'm going on thin ice whenever I talk about Andor,
Yes,
um,
yes,
because I really liked it, but a lot of
yeah,
people didn't.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know.
No, but I think it's cool that they expanded into a different usual timeline of the Star Wars lore. So it's nice to have different shows in different timelines, and this one was one that was not really common before.
Last thing on that, and I actually prefer pre
Yes,
prequel rather than post. Let's say post Mandalorian or like New Republic slash whatever, right? Like the sequel trilogy, um, like beyond the new Jedi Order and
yeah,
whatever. I don't know. That just the 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 people are less charismatic. The
yes,
the characters are less charismatic somehow because they play a less of a role in whatever else you know about the universe, right?
yes, yes.
So, but coming back to the to the original stuff, you um, you have to make your choice. Yes, you have to make your choice whether or not you want to watch the Acolyte or not, right? But you still have the right to complain if you didn't like it, right?
Yes.
So if you don't think it was worth the money, so that's fine. But that's why Sunflower is there. Speaking of worthless, why are giving us 2,500 MP for a season pass? That's worthless too. At least give us speed or contribution or something useful. So we increased from 1,000 to 2,500, and you still don't like it. Literally out of autism. That is sad. But there was a bit of a debate there,
Yeah.
right? How much? How well, like what's a fair value? So, um, yeah, I mean, in general, nobody should buy. Again, nobody should buy the season pass just because of the bonus that you get next season or from next season, right? But I mean, speed we've had. Should we do contribution or mining or whatever? We should probably think about different types of benefits and
Yeah.
maybe have a vote. Maybe have a vote. So we're oh god, we're already 45 minutes into the stream, and we still have questions that are like 15 minutes old. Just a quick recap on what Webby wrote earlier. So true. So that's related to the token price, I believe. If season pool grew by 50K or more, that would cause new players to join, which in turn would kickstart the market. So that's what we saw basically around December, January, for instance. Scrawn the colony. I recently achieved the VIP level 6. How can I get access to the secret channel? Secret channel. That sounds nice. I messaged Matt last week but didn't hear back. This is outrageous. So this will definitely deserve Matt to be hit hard after he's back from his illness because he's
Yeah.
been sick. So but I'll definitely hit him on the head as soon as he's back fit. We strangely had quite a bunch of people sick the last few weeks, right? You'd think that summer,
Yeah.
no big kind of
Allergies.
flu, COVID waves or
Uh,
whatever, but quite a bunch of people have been sick. Literally, I have autism. Can we talk about reducing the size of the new users pool? Yes, we can talk about this. It seems that some users are using unethical methods. That is surely correct to stay in the new pool and getting sizable portions of the newbie pool. I'll have Pedro take a note of this, and we'll. So there's two things that, or a bunch of, yeah, at least two things, right? One is reducing the pool. Second is setting up some kind of additional restrictions for the new players pool. So I think two main ideas that have been floating. One is that once you reach a certain level in the new players pool, you're automatically upgraded to the old players pool, existing players pool, um, after the respective season. And another was that we kind of restrict usage of certain items there, right? But I think that just restricting usage of items is not enough, but we would probably have to go with MP items
Yeah.
as well.
Users on Friday were also suggesting not having exactly a newbie pool, a new user pool, and just having more kind of leagues, that kind of approach to leagues on the leaderboard. But it would get rid of the pool. It would just move users more at the top.
Yeah, so that was the alternative that we were debating back in
Yeah.
the day when we introduced the new players pool, and there was a lot of back and forth regarding whether that would be better or worse and harder to balance. In retrospect, everything is easier to answer, but
Yes.
definitely something we can revisit or should revisit. We need to revisit. More comments on the MP discussion. Coins for events, possibly as more collections are added with more supply on the market. If demand stays the same or low demand, the price will come down to reflect the low demand or additional supply. Perhaps slow down on adding more collections.
Yeah, that's an option. Also, we didn't add any collection at the mid season before, so that was something that we mentioned, that we would add more collections at the start of this season. That's why we added so many collections there. But yeah, that's also an option to lower down the new additions, or having a limit of templates per collection or something like that.
Or having the creator portal, which would balance the MP for new
Yes.
collections as well. Haha. Um, having elemental NFTs, elemental Wombatiums in the shop at 200 Wombat tokens for 50 MP sets a floor price. I think increasing the price of this probably would be a start. How much is 200 Wombat tokens in dollars? That's a bit of a suggestive question. So that's like did you do the calculation? I just
I'm on it.
want to be sure. 200 times, let's use 6, right? So that's 12 cents, right? So 12 cents for a 50 MP elemental Wombatium, right? Just look at the market price for elemental Wombatiums. I don't think that anyone is buying the elemental Wombatiums from the shop. So that's why we did not increase the price for elementals, even though it's very cheap, but it's still much more expensive than the current market price for elementals, which might change in the future. Inflation is caused by blue and yellow mobs and their exploitation of the proletariat. D Knight seems to be a member of the red mob. I don't know. You tell me. Can we have a PFP nerf? Probably you mean nerf for season 20 then. Announce it now so people can know and then not be upset about the coming change. So we won't make the decision live on stream, but we'll look at, for instance, the number of staked NFTs and whether that's an actual issue, right? Because we want to have hard data. But yeah, we should announce these things way up front. Um, Enzi's saying, yes, the heart of everything is the token price. I don't think the team can push the token price overnight. No, we can't. We have been hanging with you for quite a time. I believe you guys. I have high hope for a new token. Thank you, Enzi.
I see.
I didn't even see whether there was a question attached to this, but thanks. Daniel Angel, suggestion: maybe it would be good to reduce the rewards from new players pool. Okay, we've had that, and just fragments for them there to motivate people to play an experience pool. Just fragments, or have a different type of fragment that can blend the starter packs only. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the Well of Wealth, because I mean the season pass is the same price and stuff,
Yes.
right? But in the chest, it could be interesting. Prince Paradox is saying, I feel like maybe we need an MP reset, keep everyone guessing, announced like season 22, all MP will be reset and we'll start values from there. Purely based off of like supply.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that would be brutal, right? Imagine dark matter packs and platinum packs from back in the day and stuff. But definitely an interesting thought, I would say. So now, before we go ahead, because that's the last start one, and I know I'm trailing a lot, but there's a question that's 30 minutes old, so I'll put that up before we move ahead with
Okay.
more Dungeon Master stuff. Leo Charish Hawthorne. No, hang on. It's got to be different. Sorry. Probably Leo Char is Hawthorne too. I don't know. Trying my best. Can you please tell us more about Chain Monsters? There's been a little bit of an announcement for Chain Monsters on Chain Monsters this week. Today, that it will be releasing a spin-off experience for Chain Monsters this week. That's all I'm allowed to say. So there's so Chain Monsters. I mean, Chain Monsters is Chain Monsters, right? Chain Monsters was a game that there's multiple versions of Chain Monsters, even, right? There was an original version. Pedro, maybe while I talk, maybe you can start some more questions, because it's gonna take a long time. So there was multiple versions of Chain Monsters. There was a Kickstarter campaign back in the day. Then there was some NFT sales in 2021, I believe. And that was based off of kind of different versions of Chain Monsters. So Chain Monsters is a really kind of long-term game project altogether, right? I think the core team had started it back in 2017 or 18. I'm not sure whether the first version even had Web3 in mind already. But yeah, Chain Monsters is a monster taming game that was live in early access on the Epic Game Store up until last year, I believe, June, May or June. And we acquired the Chain Monsters IP, the game, and we have the two founders actually working with us on the game now, right? So we were thinking, like, kind of what kind of changes we need to make to the game so that it can become more successful, right? So one thing is that we plan to launch it on mobile as well. So that's something that I think would make a big difference. But also we're looking into using AI and basically having monsters be like actually trainable, and that would involve, for instance, having real-time fights as opposed to turn-based, right? So that these are things that the team is working on. But in order to kind of shorten the wait, the idea is to have a spin-off experience, a kind of smaller game of it, right? Smaller version that will tie into the final game somehow. And again, that's all I'm supposed to say. And this will be out this week. So everyone should get their whatever tap monsters, chain monsters ready. Um, can you confirm, deny that the points from the newbie pool, when applied to the clan leaderboards, do not hold the same weight for seasonal clan rankings? No, they don't have the same. Oh, hang on. The points are the same. They have the same weight, right? They're converted the same way. It's just they're computed differently, computed separately. Pedro, they're
Yeah,
computed separately, right? But they have the points from the new players pool. They have the same conversion rate, but um, they um, they are computed differently, right?
yeah,
So they have a different kind of contribution to point rate.
yeah. So
If you're going to change mining power values, some of the old 5MP values NFTs need a look. Many older NFTs are stuck at only 5MP. That's so true.
Yeah.
Even if they are rare or part of a significantly difficult blend. Yeah, so that is related, and this is going to be hard because there's like thousands of these templates.
Yeah.
But that is that was related to the overall rule that we had about related to the supply, the actual supply of the of the NFTs, right? So and that rule, that algorithm is flawed because it's been unchanged for more than 2 years. So
yeah, what I've been and just a curiosity, this season we reached 60k templates that are stakeable, so it's a lot to maintain. It takes a lot to maintain all these mining powers and whatnot. But what I usually say to new creators that reach out to understand a bit more how the mining power works and whatnot is that I always advise them to review this kind of older templates and lock them if they don't, if they think if they remove the blends, or if if the NFTs are not going to be minted more, just lock the templates. And if they lock the templates and send the template IDs on the update and at mid season or start of the season, I will look at that and update the mining power as well. So if they have a blend that is difficult to reach, and if no one is going to blend those anymore, and if they remove the blend or if the blend was closed, just lock the template and the update, the mining power will be updated as well. Because when there's, and from the last couple of seasons, it takes a bit more time to update this, because I'm also looking at the number of burned NFTs to remove to the max supply, so that we get a more accurate value. So if 50 if the template has a max supply of 50 and 20 were burned, we are actually only counting 30 as the max supply of it, in order to calculate the mining power. So if creators lock templates, it will reflect on the MP for sure.
I pulled up this because
Yeah.
that's directly related, right? And the answer is yes,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So if you have burned NFTs or whatever, it's nice if you can, if creators can point us to this so that we can
Yeah.
take that into
Yeah,
consideration.
but creators have to actually specify or explicitly identify those template IDs, because as I was mentioning, we have 60K templates. It's a manual thing that I do when updating the template, so it's not feasible for me to review the burn rates of all the templates that we have there. So um,
Is it not? It's just 60,000 templates. Pedro,
I
what are you
I will.
talking about?
I was able to optimize that into creating a script on spreadsheets that goes to the Atomic API to get the number of burned NFTs by templates, but it fails a lot. So it's not as easy as it seems right now.
But this is really this is really a thing, right? Exactly what Prince Paradox is saying, that there's logical limits to
Yeah,
certain templates, which how are we supposed to know that?
yeah,
Prince Paradox, right? So of course you can tell, yeah, okay, this template can only be done with this blend, and there's only 10,000 ingredients, so and you need 10 of them, so there can be only a supply of 1,000. But then again, you can also just set up another blend, or just issue them in the drop, or mint
yeah.
more of them, right? So logically, yes, but practically, we've seen
Yeah,
everything,
yeah, and
right?
that
People
was one of the
exploiting this.
things. Yeah, we have a lot of templates that have higher mining power there, and it was part of the nerfs that we did a couple of seasons ago. That it was because of that, because they had a supply. We used the supply that were at the time, and then in the meantime, new were minted, and the supply added a lot. If you, when you created the template, if you had that notion that only 30 would possibly be blended into that, then use the max supply of 30, and it gets that mining power related to the 30. If you put infinite supply on all the templates, there's no way for us to know how many will be made, because a bad actor might mint more than they said they would.
The the creator portal would actually help with that.
Yeah.
Will, not would, will, definitely. You wanted Prince Paradox to notice this again? Okay, good. Great. Great. Coins for Vince on the NFT gallery on Wombat. Why do dungeon items not? Why do they not reflect any monetary value? That's got to be a bug. It's got to be a bug that we need to look at. Where do I put that? Sorry, I'm just looking for the right channel.
Utility pages, probably.
Yeah, we have. It's just a link page. Moving channels. It's like Caesar on V. Let's think of ways to give players less and less, even though they already don't get anything.
Yeah, that was a comment about the fragments being only the only rewards for the new players.
Well, but you see, Caesar, there's a massive debate about this,
Yeah.
right? Some people think that the new players pool is exploited, and that yeah, that they shouldn't be getting any packs or boxes. It's interesting. How do we get into the Wombat VIP only alpha? So the VIP group, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what this question was about.
But the best is to ask Olga or Matt on Discord. Um, with the success of all the clicker games, when are we going to get a Spielworks? Oh, I touched the soft button again.
It's fine.
um, with the success of a clicker game, when are we going to get a Spielworks clicker game?
But you have
Some people said that Dungeon Master is a clicker game, so we technically have had one for more than 2.5 years. So, yeah, Tap Monsters. I wanted to say Chain Monsters. Sorry for that. How's the new Play project coming along? Has there been any updates on this yet? So we're working on the white paper, right? So originally we had considered having the light paper and the white paper be two separate documents, but then we wrote a light paper that some people called, this is not a light paper. It's way too detailed for a light paper. And we said, okay, we'll transform the light paper into the full white paper. So this is what we're working on. We're also working on the token merge. There's a lot of detail that we need to consider, so we're being extra careful with that, but we're still moving. We're still trying to move at a really high speed with this as quickly as possible, so that we get this out of the way, right? But there's been so many questions around this as well, rightfully so, because there's quite a lot of touch points for the play token or for the token merge to be happening. So like the staking, the vault, the rewards for staking, the VIP levels, all kinds of different blockchains, different uses, liquidity pools, farms, whatnot, right? So there's quite a lot that needs to be taken into consideration. I think we have a pretty complete list now. So now we're basically preparing the individual tasks, right? So that we hope we don't forget anything. But that's why we need to basically double and triple check. But it's coming along. And yeah, no, I don't want to say that because it's going to put unnecessary pressure on the team. I don't know. Scratch that. Can Pedro or Mad? I'll let you answer this. Can Pedro or Mad start a thread in Discord so that we can recommend collections and or templates we find? If we have the community looking at it, the burden on Pedro might be lessened.
I do really believe that should be the creators to do this, and sometimes it might be messy. I'll give you an example. Just during the weekend, the creator for Zombie Coins reached out to us saying that, hey, I was told that our collection was added to Dungeon Master. It was a vote, right? The community decided to add the zombie coins. I think it was even a VIP 7 suggestion. So we could and we should probably in this cases reach out directly to the creators to tell them that we are going to add the collection to Dungeon Master. But I guess the managing the templates and whatnot, it should be really a work from them, because sometimes maybe a creator might not want to add one specific template because it's used in the game, and they don't want to get the NFTs staked in an account that won't play their game. So I do really think that this should be a creator kind of maintenance thing more than the community or ourselves deciding for that.
And then also only the creators who have onboarded their collections, only those collections should be eligible, right, and get in the vote or be eligible to be nominated by a level 7 or whatever.
Also, it would be another thing that the creator portal would help a lot with, because it would be a self-service portal for the creators to do that easily.
On the blend page, is there a chance that we can have an option to exclude certain Wombations? For example, an option to exclude dragons, so I can easily access blendable items of 4 items and not those 3+1.
I guess it would be possible, just not sure how complex it would be. Yeah.
I don't know how it would work to begin with.
It would have to be kind of an advanced feature. You would select a template ID you wouldn't want to see as an ingredient for the blends that it would be returned, something like that. But
is that an
that.
ingredient question, or is that a blend recipe type question? That's what I'm wondering.
Someone, I guess, after this message, someone mentioning that being able to select the type of blend, but in this case, it specifically mentions excluding one specific ingredient. So if one ingredient would enter into more than one type of blend, it would exclude both types of blends.
Yes, coins for Vince. I have. Light fever become heavy fever. Can we get a one-page light paper like a TLDR? I'm pretty sure that ChatGPT can do that for us. Haven't tried it yet.
I'm sure it would.
Sorry, I'm just trying to filter the questions here. There's a fly on my microphone. Okay. Prince Paradox has asked about it a few times on Discord this week. Any update on the tags? Probably mean the name tags. Getting a facelift or news about them giving abilities or buffs. Better. Any thoughts on this? Like the name tags?
It would be a cool feature to have them giving buffs as well.
Like what?
And it would be cool if
like what?
If that would be through blending with that kind of upgradable NFTs. So you have the name tags, you would blend like a gem, and it would be kind of give magic to the name tag, and it would give like resource boosts, whatever, or speed or contribution or whatever you guys would want for that. Some kind of a way to blend those name tags and make them more unique.
Or upgrade the name tags. Like with imprints or gems or whatever. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I mean, the answer to this question, I guess, is no plans, no immediate plans, right? No. Because there's so many things on the roadmap, but that's name tags are probably somewhere. People should be motivated to go in the experience pool. The thing is that they can't choose right now, right? There's no motivation. There's no right. Yeah, I totally get it. What about creators that no longer participate, like Androbots? No one has seen or talked to that guy in 2 years, or some of the older EOS collections like Boyd. I don't even know who owns the collection, and they look like they are moving to Telos. Is that suggesting that we should allow Telos staking? What creator will manage those? Nobody.
Yeah.
But they can stay there, right? So the biggest I'll, um, I'll remove that so that I can see you. The biggest issue or the biggest open question regarding a creator portal is actually the migration path from the current system to the new one, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it would be like an opt-in for creators. So if creators choose to migrate from the old system to the new one, then they will be migrated, right? But they would have to do that actively, and ideally that would be communicated up front so that nobody's disappointed with some of their creator XYZ collection ABC kind of template being nerfed from used to be 500 on the PFP, but now the creator decides that this should be just 5 and then another one should be 1,000, whatever, right? That will be up to the creator then, right? With the weights and the levels and so on that we had already defined. So yeah, that's not trivial how you go from the old to the new without hurting a lot of people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I guess that any collector, any collection owner, any creator who doesn't actively migrate would just stay in the old system with the old MP. Could people who are playing unfair be banned instantly? Because if they are shadow banned, they still get items from the Well of Wealth shop and daily chest. Well of Wealth, yes. Shop, yes. I believe chest, no.
No.
But Well of Wealth and shop, yes. That's true.
Yeah. We shouldn't count the runs into the achievements.
But if we don't, then they will know that they are shadow
Yeah.
banned. That's the whole point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we do apply hard bans as well, but we might want to rethink the shadow ban policy internally. What could the circulating supply for play be? So if we do it as we had internally kind of planned or discussed at least at a 1 to 2 for wombat to play and the 1 to 10 for was to play, then the original circulating supply of play would be around 20 billion. Probably slightly less than 20 billion. Pedro, any progress on Dungeon Worlds? What's going on with Dungeon Worlds?
Just on definition and discussing ideas. No implementation yet, but we are working on that, on getting that running. Having some discussions for that.
Pedro, skip all the blend stuff. Just add rotate back in some of the OG. OG name tags from season 1 to 5, 0 to 5 that we can't get anymore. In some of the OG name tags, rotate. I don't understand. Literally honest. I have autism. I don't know, but rotate. I mean, rotate. Give a criticism for the weakness of the current items. I wouldn't want to introduce rotate. Blend the name tags with a gem box. Blend the name tags with the collector's hats so that our names are on that hat. AI would make that possible.
Not sure because I haven't seen a good AI generation tool that would generate good text. It's a bit. Last time I tried,
It's
even if I
horrible.
request a text, a specific text to be on the image, it always fails.
And did you know that ChatGPT would refuse to create any image with either Biden or Trump on it? I
That
don't know whether they changed it already from Biden to
to
Harris.
Kamala Harris.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it gonna be Kamala? I don't know. Somebody brought that up, right? Shane O'Mac. Why did Biden drop out when Trump was the one who got shot?
He was afraid the same would happen to him.
Didn't they say that they found like pictures of Biden on the phone of the assassinator as well? Um, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe that's just this
not sure.
a whole
Yeah,
conspiracy around
I've
it.
seen that he did some searches online on when was Biden how do you say those gatherings from Biden on the same state as well. So yeah, you would probably be planning on who to shot first, depending on who would be there first.
Chad is coming up with cool ideas around the Warm Olympics
Rome Olympics.
um, and some celebration gear. We'll get to that in a second. Um,
Did you saw any photo of Messi's ankle in the final of the Copa America, because he had
no.
an injury, and basically the ankle looked like a tree trunk, so big and swollen that it was. We could make an NFT out of that to celebrate Copa America, but it would reduce speed instead of giving speed.
um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a meme coin. Messi's ankle.
My ankle.
Microsoft Copilot works making text, but it just takes a few tries to get it right. I've had about 10 words on one image. I don't trust Microsoft anymore.
Maybe we would get a blue screen of that in the middle of generating that.
Okay. Counts for events. I'm not sure whether I get that. Speaking of name tags, Adrian, would you purchase all name tags of the 6 new professions? These name tags are in their respective original names. Are they on the market? Do I need to buy them? I've been bidding on some name tags recently, personally, because I thought that they were undervalued. But like the collector name tag, right? I don't know. I haven't. No, I have. No, I haven't. I wouldn't. I would. Maybe I would buy them. Yes. Let's put it that way. Maybe I would buy them. Honestly, the sheet I said, you have to be careful not to say shit instead of sheet. On the slitted sheet, I said, speaking of collector stuff, make celebration gear great again. Are we going to get new celebration gear for any of the stuff? I didn't get cake this year for the Wombat birthday we just had. Damn right you are. We didn't make any celebration gear this
But
time.
it's usually on the Dungeon Master birthday, not the Wombat birthday. I talked about that with Mad at the time.
We've had all of it. Let's put
Okay.
it that way. We've had all of it.
Okay.
We had yeah, celebration gear for Dungeon Master birthday, but also for Wombat birthday, or didn't we do once for Womplay birthday even in September? But there's too many birthdays. Let's imagine we do Atomic Hub birthday and Chain Monsters birthday and what else we have? A lot of birthdays, right? I don't know, but yeah, we need more cool stuff. I feel like we just need a lighter weight process to make them, right? Because it's always, I don't know, always takes a lot of time, the whole round trip, right? This time, can old celebrate gear be active too? To give it a reason to be held on to. Reactivate old gear? That sounds really, really odd. That sounds like a weird idea.
Maybe
Or
some
not.
recycling.
Maybe you can recycle old level 4s for a new level 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I kind of always liked them, because it always stirred discussion, right? So I think we should bring them back somehow. Like this, a celebration laurel crown for the Olympics. We've had hats before, though, quite a bunch of hats. So maybe a bracelet or an amulet, like a gold medal.
A gold medal, it would be awesome. Having the three, the
It's
gold, the
so
bronze, and the
damn
silver.
obvious, Pedro.
Yes.
It's so obvious. Yeah. So you would upgrade from like a no medal to a bronze medal to a silver medal to a gold medal to a what, platinum medal maybe? I don't know. A vote or possibly to choose for VIP stakers to choose between extra season pass plus NTTs versus 20% APR for long-term stake might help with inflammation. You probably mean inflation of cheap season pass on market and inflation of free MP. Yeah, but then this would allow for more inflation of the Wombat token or the play token going forward, wouldn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
But choosing, I kind of like choosing. I kind of like for people to be able to choose, because choices make life more interesting, right? The dentist is asking tokenization of video game collectibles. Will it work? It reminds me a little of Will It Blend? The old Will It Blend YouTube. I mean, I think they're still around, right?
Yeah.
That was awesome. I don't know what you mean exactly with this, the dentist. Tokenization of video game collectibles. I mean, technically, any NFT, any in-game NFT is a video game collectible. But you mean like old school video games that don't have NFTs and make them collectible? I don't know. So the answer is yes, it will work. I don't know. I don't know exactly what you mean, but the
please
answer is
expand on that.
when approximately will we have a firm idea for the ratios of play for Wombat? Was there an example was 10-1, Wombat 2-1? It's not firm. I understand correctly. Want to buy more, but the uncertainty is making it difficult. I understand that. We plan on having that fixed and out and communicated within the next 2 weeks. Wow, that's a long one. So I have no proof of this at this time, but it's been talked about on Discord I'm on, with the collection of a known cheater and multi being added to Dungeon Master. It's being talked about that this person is or had created new accounts and is stuffing them with his own NFTs to benefit his multis to get money out of the pools. Is there a rule about creators using their own NFTs? I seem to think Sasha and Kat got in trouble for this. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of things that are wrong about this.
Yeah.
Is one person creating multiple accounts? Not allowed. Creators staking their own NFTs? Not allowed. Um, yeah, that's about it. But I mean, shouldn't that be obvious, right? And yes, I mean, we can open up the debate again whether um, whether people who have been banned for multi-accounting who run a collection should be allowed to have their collection be voted in. But I would say the vote decides, right? So it's the community who voted them in. So it probably wasn't that bad. Or the collection maybe isn't that bad. But if then these people yeah, exploit the fact that the collection is stakeable, then we might go as far as removing it again. And we've done that, I think, only once or twice in the history of Dungeon Master that we had to remove a collection for abuse. But this is a possibility.
Yeah, it would be a case. This specific case, I think it would be a case for it. Yeah, if we confirm that.
Pedro's birthday should yield the PM bonus boost to all our hands.
I vote for that.
Wombat birthday should at least be celebrated. We did celebrate the Wombat birthday, but it's been 6 weeks ago. We had a stream, we had a birthday stream, we had a I think we had a tournament, these kinds of things. New equipment slot, headset. Light, torch for the Olympics. We had lights already, so please, we need, I mean, runner's shoes for the Olympics or new slot. Actually, horses or like devices that you can use, right? Like surfboards and whatnot, because there's a lot of new new sports, like how do you say?
Even breakdance is a new sport at these Olympics.
Totally.
That would make a really nice tap game, tapping to do the breakdance moves, and you would always be breaking. It would be an idol.
Old Dirty Dre, will my vault contribution from season 30 and 14 become zero with zero chance of going back up? Zero chance of going back up.
And we are working on that. Adrian raises that it was not covered at the beginning. We will, if you have vaulted those seasons when they get to zero, we will auto and vault them so that you would receive the rewards at the end of the season.
That was a very fair point that was being made at the very beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Or at the end of the season. Yeah, that's the typical way it goes. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum, dark matter. Well, not in old packs. In ETA, we had not dark matter come from platinum, but rhodium, if you remember. Well, yeah. Ground equipment slot cardboard for Olympics. Yeah. Yes. Reading the learn. It's so cool that these things are still on the learn more page, right? Because they used to be there. I think I remember when Sasha and I first spoke about vehicles. That must have been February 2022. So like 2.5 years ago almost. Right? Where we like, what else could we do? And vehicles would be so cool. Yeah. Let's do votes on these, Pedro. Let's ask the community. What's What should we do? Vehicles or name tags? Or I'm really curious because it's really tough to make these decisions. What about your staff members playing Dungeon Master? I've seen staff members trading Prime letters on Discord. Well, that's first thing is Prime letters are not directly related to Dungeon Master, right? That's a thing that you get if you are a Prime user and you use Wombat. Yeah. So that's one thing. Then second is there's a thin line between everyone participating, right? So I've been criticized in here actually as well for not being top 100 in Dungeon Master myself. Like, where's Adrian? Why is he not like performing better? And we all want to play the game, right? And we want to play the game for real, with as much time as we can. But at the same time, we don't want to kind of extract a lot of value from the game, so that there's no suspicion of us basically just putting this up to extract value, right? Because that's not what we want. So I personally, I'm a massive net negative on the game, right? And on everything else. But if there's employees or staff members essentially trading Prime letters anywhere, then they have subscribed to Prime, or staked at least VIP level 5, just like everyone else.
Yeah,
right? They don't get like we don't give any benefits in NFTs to anyone in the company.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring. The Spielworks doesn't give us like Prime subscriptions or even season packs each season. So if I have a season pack, it's because I bought them. If I want to resell it, I think it's fair. It would be different if I would get a season pack every season and then I would resell it. In that case, I don't think it would be really well, but in other cases, yeah.
I would say compared to other Web3 companies, we have a fairly strict policy on this, right? Anything that anyone has bought with their own money is theirs, and they can do with it whatever they want. But we are very strict on handing out stuff to employees or staff members or whatever. So there's no benefits of. It's actually sad, right? That there's no real benefit in terms of Dungeon Master or Atomic Hub discounts or Wombat upgrades or whatever by being an employee of Spielworks. There's nothing. So VGW, when Fed collection in DM. So I got to explain that. Some people don't know this. So last week, the self-service portal of Launchbags opened, right? So now you can basically self-service set up token launches on Launchbags, and this is pretty cool. And they've incorporated a lot of my feedback because I've been the only one who launched a token on using the self-service portal so far, and that was on Tuesday, right after it launched. So I was coming up with the ideas for the token while I was filling in the forms on the website. So I created a token that's called Fed on Wax, right? And I launched it really small. So it's the smallest token that was ever created on Launchbags. And don't go and buy it, whatever. I'm not suggesting that at all, but I had the idea of making a Fed meme coin, right? And basically saying, okay, this is the token that will make the Fed actually drop the rates. So now you can. So I'm using kind of Nifty Blocks blends and whatnot to have like little prediction game. So you buy an NFT and then whatever, right? So I've been spending a few hours on this last week. And we have this little group of people who actually have bought into the idea of the Fed coin, um, which is super funny. Um, and what I wanted to do with that is not create the next massive kind of meme coin. Maybe that's going to happen. I don't know. But what I wanted to do is basically test out the launch bags self-service portal, and second, um, uh, showcase how to do it, right? So that um, all of you who are watching and listening can go ahead to Launchbags and launch your own tokens, right? I've been floating the idea that we should have each mob actually create one. Now that's possible without actually any permission from anyone. You can just go on Launchbags and do it yourselves. It's all a matter of promoting this. So do it. Do it. That's all I wanted to do with Fed. But then sometimes it happens. Things get out of hand a little. Go Fed. um. Huh.
Yes.
You tell more about this.
Yes. So
I didn't even realize that we already have the voting on. But it's good.
it was scheduled to start this week, and it will take until, I guess, Friday or end of the weekend, or Friday at the end of the day. So the idea is there was some issues around with the voting of new collections this season, about what we should consider like the minimum requirements for a collection to be stakeable, or at least eligible to be voted on there. Should there are kind of three schools of thought on this. Shouldn't we have any kind of requirement, so any collection can go there? So no badge, no volume, no holders of their NFTs. It's fine to have either way. So it's completely open to the voting. Another train of thought is to have kind of a lower kind of requirements, where I don't remember exactly the names, but like 50 accounts holding the NFTs for that from that collection, or a minimum volume of, I don't know, 500 wax or something like that, or a more hard requirements where the collections have to be badged. They have to have like 3,000 wax of volume and whatnot. And this voting is to define those kind of requirements. What should we set our rules to be from now on? So at the middle of the season, when the VIP 6 and 7s, when they promote their collections to be voted or to be added to Dungeon Master, we will go with that set of rules. So if a collection is suggested to be added but has no volume or no badges, and we have a set of hard requirements, we won't add them or for voting as well. So that's the goal of the voting that we have currently online.
Just a quick one. Hi, Luke. Yeah, Luke dropped by to say hi. Luke's very active on Twitter. That's why there's this little, I'll keep saying Twitter, logo next to his name or his profile. Hi, Luke. Nice for you to drop in. There's a new, like, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Wax ecosystem, but there's a new platform to launch meme coins on Wax, which is called Launch Bags. So anyone can go to wax dot launchbags dot is it .com .io .com and basically launch their own meme coin, and it's a fairly involved process on there, because you can choose to have only an IDO. So basically, everyone just open up a liquidity pool, and anyone can basically snipe and hit it. Or you have a fair launch up front where anyone can buy into it. You can define your tokenomics. It's all a self-service platform, and it creates all the token smart contracts and so on for you. So it's fairly straightforward and fast. It's just that it's on wax, right? So you need a wax account. But thanks for asking. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Luke. By the way, that's Luke is the founder of Medieval Empires. Shout out to Medieval Empires. So then there's been a bunch of suggestions regarding the vehicles, which I kind of liked. So I start all of them. So Old Dirty Dre's saying vehicles need maintenance. So we had the idea of items wearing down. Maybe vehicles could wear down, right? So they need maintenance and maybe repairs. Then BGW is saying vehicles for a speed boost, and you need to collect gas to fuel them up. So maybe that's in the well or in the chest or wherever, or you need to maybe you have to drill for oil, and then you need a refinery to make gas, to basically refine that. Yeah, whatever. Prince, Old Dirty Ray was going on. Upgrade different parts on the vehicle to unlock different boosts and can take damage from doing runs on them and need repair. And maybe this will give you. Maybe this will allow some PvP mode, because that's something that we've been talking about. Then Prince Paradox was picking up on the carry limit. Would be cool if it was limiting the amount of resources per or contribution. I guess CP is contribution, right? Per run. Would be a great equalizer in the scheme of things if you can only get so much CP, I guess, contribution per run. That would be massive, but would also piss off some people, like big time.
A lot. Totally. But it's really a good idea to balance things out. Yeah. You're muted, Adrian. You're muted.
I will have to try and remember. Maybe I'll have to call Sasha on this. What the carry limit actually meant back in the day. What we had in mind when we said carry limit. I don't know. How many staff members actively playing Dungeon Master as far as you know? How many members do we have in our clan?
The clan, yeah.
I think that's 12.
No, 9.
Oh, 9. But we have more. We could expand. Okay. But there's a few more playing in general, but not everyone. Unfortunately, everyone should be playing this. Alex Xavier, what about an SEC meme coin? If you want to make one, we'll support you with some initial liquidity. Just go to wax.launchwax.com and set it up. We'll help. The result of the voting would apply to collections that are already in Dungeon Master. That is the hard part. That was regarding the voting on the criteria for new collections to be added or suggested.
Yeah, we are not planning that at the moment. Let's see what's the selected choice would be. Then it would for sure apply to new collections. For older collections, we would have to look at them and see the status of it.
Yeah, it would be kind of harsh to kick out collections. This is a really good suggestion from Discord, Old Dre. There was a good suggestion on Discord that after vault points hit 0% boost, allow it to go up by 1% each additional season it's in there. You could give them different boosts once hitting 5, 10, 20 additional seasons staked. I mean, we're talking 20 more seasons from now. We're in season 20. We're talking 20 20 seasons in the future. I love that long term thinking here, but at the same time, I also love the idea that keeping the vaulted and getting you 1% boost for each season that you kept it vaulted would actually already mean enough incentive for people to actually do it. If that's the case, I'm your biggest fan, All Dirty Dre. I'm your biggest fan with this suggestion, even if it's not from you. But that is, I like the idea, right? So
Yeah.
it you let it go down, and then you go back up very, very slowly. But those tokens never enter circulation, essentially. I like it. Pedro, I'm not seeing you taking notes.
I have a lot of papers here around me.
D Knights, we already know Red Mob token will be the best token. Prove it. The challenge is on. Did you ever raffle out the woofie that you received from your own airdrop, like you said you might do? No, I haven't done that yet. But it's good that you're how do you say, bringing this up, that you're making me accountable for this. That will be an incentive for everyone to come back next week, because next week on the tavern I'll raffle out some of my woofie that I got. I think I put them up for some liquidity pool stuff, but I'll get them back and raffle them out. Has a stamina gear set been talked about being created? Personally, I like the current situation, but would like to see your thoughts.
No, there was no stamina gear defined
Yet.
yet. Yes. Talking in the past.
There are other tokens already on launch packs, but those were not created by kind of the community using the self-service. Buy some Fed. Wonder what the token price is going to look like after this stream. Happy to chat offline about this. Definitely have to chat offline because I have no idea. Pedro, can you take this?
Yeah.
To use the API? I played, I'm just bad at it. Can't be bad at something that you just started doing. Maybe you can turn a sidekick into a vehicle.
Or those motorbikes with a sidecar,
And
and
the
the sidekick will be there. Will be on the sidecar giving kicks to the side, so it will be the sidekick.
Connie, BunnyCon, here I come. So we've had dogs, then we have had cats, and now we have bunnies. Yes, do it. So Daniel Angel would do that, would keep the wombat in the vault. Cool. Gaz, we can talk anytime. I'd love to figure out if we can do something with our new Verl playing cards collection. Haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I
You
haven't
guys
seen that. Yeah, but I love those kind of things. Yeah.
Do you say Verl or viral? Because I've heard some people say viral, but I don't like this because
Don't know. I don't think I ever said it out loud.
okay. So,
Viral, viral.
vrl. All right, I gotta run soon, but that gives us enough opportunity to do a Twitchy Tides. Not yet. Wait for it. Yeah, don't say thank you before we end the stream. Come on. But thanks, Alex Xavier. Yeah, I don't know why, but my energy was a lot better than like the 2 weeks before. So, all right, now let's do a quick Twitchy Tides. Exclamation mark wombat to get going on this one. And so that, let's say the top 5 players get a promo box, but the winner will get a Lambo from me personally. A non-Lambo, sorry, non-Lambo. Because I still have, I bought some myself. So I'll throw that in to the winner personally. Prince Paradox. I question a DM with a question. Will you guys think about using a closed captioning system or speech to text so those in the community that can't listen or hear the stream might be able to participate live and not have to wait for the Tavern recap? That is something that we will have to bring up to Mad, and I would say yes, we should use AI wherever possible and other tools if that makes everyone's lives better. Because that's how it always starts, right? First, the technologies make your lives better, and then they make your lives miserable, and then you need new technology to make your lives better again.
Yeah, we are fixing problems that we create.
It's like we created combustion engines and factories burning a lot of coal and whatever, right? Because we wanted to have easier lives, and now we have to fix the problem that they're kind of killing the planet. So it's the usual. Technology fixes technology. What is this game? This is a game, Old Dirty Dre. Sorry, this one. If you know Crupfish, and it's great that Gas is here, but we're playing Twitchy Tides. Sorry, Gas. But this is a game where you can basically randomly get killed, and the winners, the people who survive the last, will get a prize. Oh, that is a crazy one. On this little sheet, I said, "Have a deaf son. Getting streamers and content creators to accommodate for that kind of community is an eternal fight." Yeah, I totally get that. There is commands, but you need special. I think for the commands, you need special skins on your fish, so that you can use them. On this slitted sheet, I said, yeah, I didn't know that there's a huge dev gaming community, but also I didn't know there's tools to actually improve the interaction with them, right? So, I mean, there probably is, but click on settings. Sorry, Okay, they're commands for everyone. Up, down, left, right. Spin, freeze. Oh no, that's rarity commands. Okay, uncommons can spin, rares can freeze, epics can fart, and legendaries can do cool other things. So up, down, left, and right. Who do I need to report to that these are all uppercase and this is not? Okay, we'll use a fast preset, and now we'll get going. All right, let's get started. We have 47 participants. It's very little. Wow. I'm impressed. Good chances to everyone. And let's go. What is this? That looks very bloody. Yeah, that's been pretty fast so far. We've got 2 left. Lexilex. Oh, and Rising Dragons. Congrats. Lexilex is the winner. Rising Dragons, Res Hero, Pew Pew, and Coins for Events. Lexilex will get a Lambo. I'm pretty sure Lexi has one already, but that doesn't matter. That's totally fine. Let me just quickly dump this. All right, congrats. The Lambo stuff is really just a joke for a gag for the fat people who have been in there. Coins for Vince. Throw one more in for me. Coins for Vince. I'll consider getting you one of the definitely not a Lambos. Lambo win. So the whole gag is that the Fed is driving Lambos. But maybe some of the VIP sevens will nominate the Drive Lambos one collection to be added to Dungeon Master. Maybe I'll have it badged at some point.
I think you have to KYC before that.
I will manage to KYC. I will manage. All right, and then the big. Yes, now you can say thank you. I will say thank you as well. Thanks a lot. This was a great stream.
Yes.
From our perspective, at least. Oh, and thanks, Shane O'Mac, for subscribing. That was 54 minutes ago, and I didn't realize. Thanks a lot for your sub. And now, who are we rating? I wish we had more streams weekly. Me too. I would like to stream every day.
But
I'm not saying I'm good at it. I'm just saying I would like to do it.
But I still have to write the requirements for the team to work on the next or I will do that live with you guys.
We can have the whole company stream, like be on stream, right? We can have the whole company or like 10 people, and like only one is basically answering questions, and the rest is actually doing work. Olga is feeling a little bit better, I as far as I can tell. So we shall raid. We shall raid NFT dealer. What's is good? I don't think it's COVID this time around. A bunch of us had COVID a few weeks ago, but I'm not sure it's COVID this time. So thank you. So we'll raid NFT dealer. I think we've been raided by NFT dealer last week, so we just pay it back or forward or whatever. So have fun with NFT dealer. Oh, there's mature rated game. Okay, whatever. Have fun and talk to you very, very soon.
See you later. See you next week.
see you next week and have fun with NFT dealer. Say hello and thanks for the stream. Thanks, Pedro. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.